So what's up, guys? Just got back from visiting my mom, and my mom's got an ongoing struggle with some health conditions. So we're both kind of struggling. I think that's kind of funny. Strange sense of humor, I guess. Anyway, gotta learn to smile at stuff. You gotta learn to be happy. Stay positive. Let's pass some positivity, correct? So anyway, if you've seen some of my or a couple videos ago, I made the ECU flash video. It also has a pretty twitchy throttle, which you can smooth out if you get in there and you really adjust some of the maps. And I'm loving that program. I'm absolutely loving that program. I'm still learning it. And I just flashed my ECU before I came over here, and I don't know what I did. I've been fooling around with the ignition timing, and I changed some things, and I don't know if I accidentally pushed the engine braking button on it, but my bike has lost its smoothness, and I noticed it instantaneously, and I almost turned around and went back and re-flashed, but I decided not to. So I got to go back home and take a look at the maps and see what I did.
Did you do this? Look at me. Come here. Let me see. Let me see your face. Oh my goodness, Denver, you didn't.
Because clearly I'm a dungaree, because I did something, and you know, I've lost the smoothness, which is kind of frustrating. Well, not really frustrating. It's part of the learning curve. So I'm gonna go back, and I have something to do. I have something to tinker with, right? That's good. It's good when you have you're able to do something. You got a plan. You know, dun 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 dun. Hopefully, the plan will come together.
I love it when a plan comes together.
So I don't know if you guys heard or not, but I had mentioned that my brother. On the video where I talked about flashing my ECU, I had mentioned that my brother unfortunately had dropped his third gear on his TLR, and so now he's kind of at a dilemma, you know, because you know there's some sentimental value to that TLR, but there's not a whole lot of financial value. That was the first bike that he ever bought, and he's owned it from day one. He bought it brand new. I believe it was a 2000 or 2001. You know, so it's a relatively old bike. But that bike has always been so good to him. And he had just got done, he had just got done repacking his aftermarket exhaust system. He had just ordered the repacking, he had just got the rivets, he had just done all the things, and he had repacked it, and he had cleaned up his bike, and he had done a whole bunch of stuff. And we were getting ready to go riding that day, and he was on his way over to my house. And you know, it's funny, we had just talked about it yesterday, where he said, man, he said, because he had, months prior to that, he had literally gone through the whole electrical system.
You just plug it right into the electrical.
Taken everything apart and cleaned everything and made sure all the connections were perfect, put electrical grease on everything, and had that bike running as, oh my God, had that bike running as good as it could run. And then I can't believe I killed my bike. Man, I suck balls. That's the first time I've killed my bike in weeks. And of course, I start making videos, and what do? I kill my bike. Personal foul number 18 for being a dumbass. So anyway, so he was on his way over, and he was like, man, my bike felt like it was, the way he was describing it is, it was getting up to RPM really quickly. You know, it felt really, really good. And then he went to shift into third gear, and it was just gone. You know, he wasn't riding hard. He said I was just kind of soft, gently accelerating, you know, really excited about how the bike was running, and he went to shift it into third gear, and he heard a clank, and third gear was gone. And then he called me. He's like, bro, you know, because we were actually, that day, we were actually getting ready to go up and do some really good riding and make some good videos. And he's like, bro, man, my bike is, I lost my third gear. And I'm like, what? So, you know, kind of depressing. I mean, if you're an owner of a motorcycle and something happens to your motorcycle, man, that is not a good day. That is just not a good day. And I've had a couple bad days here recently. And that's not a good day.